going to be having these Zooms pretty much every single Monday. And so my goal and my plan is to just, this is like higher level development. So we're getting in the nitty gritty, because you guys are like pillars of my team, right? Unless you're on Jackie's team, but I just swooped her up like a little baby squirrel and just brought her in. And now she's, Lennox, stop calling me. Love you. Jesus. She calls me constantly. Anyways, not really though, because our teams are loving. Saray, just her son was dancing to the TikTok dance that you were just teaching everybody. Everybody's loving it. And so we just are coming together. But okay, so this is kind of, I just want to give like a really good quick breakdown of what's going to be going on and like my vision and what's happening. And as we do these, I want these to be like discussions, okay? Because most of you, if not all of you, have gotten into the Boss Babe Society. Who got into Boss Babe Society and who started like peeping around in there. So just an FYI with Boss Babe, if you're on a computer, if you look on the lower right-hand side, there's like a calendar, and they have Zooms every single Wednesday. At the beginning of the month, they have a month kickoff. And you guys, just the kickoff is worth the 30 whatever dollars. Like, it is so good. But in the Boss Babe Society, you guys, I recommend doing the business blueprint and starting there. And I'm going to tell you 100%, if you don't do the homework, you're wasting your money. So if you're not going to do the homework, just go cancel your subscription. You have to do the homework stuff. The magic is in the work of anything that you do. The magic is in the freaking work. Also, congratulations to Courtney Van Auken, because she just invested in Manifestation Babe Academy. Lindsay, she just did it. So she's doing it and she's freaking out, but it is going to be the most important dollars that she's ever invested into herself. Like, we are completely different human beings. So any of you guys that have about $3,000 to invest, I would 100%, you will never regret investing your time and your money. It's the best most magical 16 weeks that you will ever spend. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So really, really, we are like, I didn't even tell Lindsay, but like, I know she's going to be like, oh my God, this is going to be so good. So, and you have lifetime access to it. Anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. And then the other thing is the Network Marketing Pro Academy. Who got that? Okay. I recommend, and I don't know how to find it. I don't know how I found it. And then like, I didn't find it. Oh, it's 10:10. I don't know how I found it. And then I didn't find it. And then I sort of found it again, but I recommend it's like the 3 stages of the network marketers something. And then it's the Insanity Boot Camp. That's where I recommend starting. It's so good. Okay. And I know like you think that's a lot. You should see what I have my hands in. You have absolutely no idea. But I feel like this year is just like our time to just kind of like rebirth. Like what I've realized, what I've learned this year is that we get to live our life and live our business and build our business by design. And so if you're stressed, it's a choice. If you feel like you're spread thin, it's a choice. If you feel like you can't live your life and have fun or whatever, it's actually a choice. It's a choice. And it's because if you feel like this every day, it's because you don't know that you have another choice. You don't know that you have another option. It's like all the people that are walking around in the world, like hating their jobs and missing their kids and missing their spouses. And they don't even know that this business is an option.
My phone just died. Well,
yeah.
I want your iPad.
Mm-hmm. But you're going to give it back when you're done, and then I'll charge your pink one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it down though, okay? It's a choice. And I didn't know I had that choice either. For the last really like my whole life I've been running around with like anxiety. Lennox, turn it down, hon. Lennox, turn it down. I've been running around with anxiety, and I was just like, F it, I'm going to work hard. I remember when I gained 60 pounds trying to go ambassador, and Will was like, in a very kind way, he was not fat shaming me, but he was like, do you maybe want to stop eating between the hours of 9 and like 3 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. because that's all I did was eat. And I was like, I don't care if I'm fat, because I'm gonna be fat and rich. And I was, but I definitely did not feel good. And my hair started falling out and my marriage fell to shit. And I had a miscarriage. Oops, sorry. Hi, little baby. Hi. Are you Spider-Man today? Oh, show me do the thingy. Yeah, do it. That's what he did the other day when we were FaceTiming. Okay. And so you do not have to live like that. And it's a choice. And if we don't know the other choices, we're just going to go to default, and default is mad and stress and anger and shaming ourselves and just lots of fear and being frustrated with everyone and everything. And it doesn't have to be like that. Okay. And so that's what we're going to do. And like I was saying, and guilt. Yeah, exactly. So much guilt. And we normally punish ourselves the way that we were punished when we were kids. Even if you had the most incredible childhood of your life, you're going to start to realize that, like, if your parents, when they were upset with you, gave you the silent treatment, you end up doing that to yourself or to someone else. If they made you feel guilty for something, you end up doing that to yourself. It's like really, really trippy. And that's exactly why, like Lindsay, myself, even like Courtney now have been investing into things that are not business, but are just to heal our souls so that way we can grow. And that's, you'll never regret investing into those things, because that gives you a strong foundation for like the future. So anyways, so if you guys have not invested into like Boss Babe or and you can only hold on one second, and you can only like choose one. I would probably do Network Marketing Pro. One of the things that I love, I've never fallen out of network market, like in love with network marketing, never one time, but listening to Eric Worre talk in all these trainings, it just lit my soul on fire. Did anybody start listening to some of the trainings and you're like, oh God, I love this so much? Like, yes, it sets you on fire, because you guys, we're not influencers. We do not post pretty pictures and share Amazon links. You guys, like, we're legit business people. Like we don't have employees, but we have teams. So we have to have leadership. Affiliates don't have teams. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a completely different like realm. And we sell, why are we crying? We sell different kinds of products. Hold on. Lucy's home today because she has a fever. What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong? What do you need? Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Shh. Oh, poor baby. I can't get it. Hold on. 1 second. There you go. You look terrible. Poor baby. Okay. So, it will make you so excited again. And what I've heard from so many people is just when they start to hear these things. Okay, I'm going to back this train up. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when I started, I think most people know, like, I didn't have a leader, and I had forgotten how much Eric Worre stuff, like, I actually listened to like get started. His How to Recruit 20 DTs in 30 days. Is it like coincidence that like my normal, like, consistent thing was 15 DTs every single month, right? His 90-day push, our team's done like 1 million of those, so like all of it is so good, you guys. And network marketing, we have a profession. This is an actual profession. Like, it's a real thing. We're not side hustlers. This isn't Christian church camp. Like, we're a business. And so I want you guys to just do the developing. And the reason why I'm not just doing it for like what I can give you, or like what, relying on what someone else can give you, is because this should be at your pace. You know what I mean? If Murphy has a certain life situation to where she's like, I want to grow, I know the things that I want and I want it now, then she's going to binge watch this stuff, and she should be able to do that. She shouldn't have to wait for me or for someone else to do like a training or stuff like that. And so I just really love that all this stuff is just on demand for whatever you need. Okay. But I promise you, you will never, ever, ever regret these kind of investments into your life and into your business, because like Is this Schoolhouse Rock? They say like knowledge is power. I don't remember who says that, but it is, because it gives you confidence, right? I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I know that I'll figure it out. That's confidence. There's confidence in that. Okay. I do want you guys to know that I don't know if it's going to come out at like conference, but there's going to be probably some like changes and stuff, more change. There's always adjustments and changes. And I love our company for it, because we're always like figuring out. I'm the exact same way. Like I'm always figuring things out, although that can be like for me, whenever I'm always figuring things out, that I'm always figuring things out. And I never feel like I have a thing that I can just go, you know what I mean? So like mirrors that, but there's going to be some like changes and adjustments, but I will tell you, and I don't have my freaking iPad anymore. If you guys haven't seen the documents and stuff that I added to Limitless Tribe, you need to go check them out, because they're still going to apply without even knowing what they were going to be doing. Those things are still going to apply. So I made this steps to success. This will still apply with the changes. This is more hardcore than what they're going to bring out, but this is more hardcore than the normal steps of success anyways. And I think the really most powerful thing in that is when you like, my mindset has always been like, I just want to, mass recruiting to me, that like is not 90 customers and 50 DTs. That's not in my brain. Forever and always, mass recruiting is of distributors. That's what I want to be, mass recruiting. That is where any of you guys that are diamonds and above, enrolling distributors is going to be your highest rate of return of your time, of your money, of anything. That is going to be your highest rate of return, is changing someone else's life, and the return that you get between fast start bonuses and cabs, volume. Okay. But mine was always, okay, I just got a text message. Mine was always just enrolling 15 DTs. That's not very much. We also, I built in a different time. However, having a simple system and having duplicatable things that are super simple allowed most people, definitely more than like who would have had been able to like enroll at all, right? Like we want to be able to see our teams enrolling, no matter like their capabilities, their skills, their age. So you'll have people, right? Like we'll have older people who will say, I can't do this because I'm not young and I'm a whatever. But if you have these simple steps, it really doesn't matter like someone's age and who they are. They just do the things and they get the results, right? So we want to be able to have a do the things, get the results kind of system for everybody, because that's going to be the thing that most makes people win. The problem is that every single one of us that are on this Zoom, we're doers. We're like, I'll go do the whole thing. I don't care. I'm not afraid. However, that's not network marketing. Network marketing is doing the things, the gap of learning how to be duplicatable. And I'll teach you guys, that's literally the simplest thing ever, learning how to be duplicatable, and then just investing the time into the people and growing the people, right? And when you, and a lot, like how many of you, I mean, most of you guys, a lot of you guys are probably starting like upside down, where you're like, no, I'm anxious and burnt out and scared and all this stuff. And that's why we're doing all this now. So then that way, when the new year comes, you've got your head out of your butt. When the new year comes, you're right side up, your head's up. Like when the new year comes, you feel good. When the new year comes, you feel confident. When the new year comes, you feel like you have the skills. You've already figured it out. You've done 4 months of knowing how to like set proper goals. You've done 4 months of knowing how to organize your time with your family. You've done 4 months of like building with old charts, and you're like mind's blown with the volume and how everything's working out. You've done 4 months of using this different steps to success, that when the new year comes, you're going to have a whole year of just continuous gradual growth. And it's just going to be like really different. And it's going to feel so, so good. Does that sound good? Hold on. Let me check the chat. I don't have that up. It is a breath of fresh air So, okay, duplication, literally easiest thing I could tell you. Every single one of us does the same thing. It's just slightly different. I don't care what you do. It's just what you do has to be duplicatable. I was talking to an ambassador yesterday who messaged me. She's not on our team. She messaged me and she said, what am I doing wrong? Because I literally kill it and my team doesn't. And I'm like, okay, well, like, let's continue on this conversation. And she's like, I just make videos and I just post and all these people come to me and I teach my team how to do these things and they're just not getting the results. And I said, well, like, good for you, but none of that is duplicatable. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, if I told you that I needed you to train my team how to get the results that you get, there's nothing that they can duplicate there. A distributor who has no Instagram and 150 Facebook friends cannot just post and make videos and then win. So like what you do that works really well for you eventually will be slightly different than what you teach your team. So that means that you want to have something that you teach your team that is like, you know, like how I had the 3-3 rule and post message follow-up grow your network standard. You know, I like the way that I work is like slightly different. I post giveaway hosted posts on my page and they get hundreds of comments. And I still do those things so that way my team can visually see that I'm doing it and I can be the example, but I might be like my rate of return as a leader with my time is going to be more like video and stuff like that. So the way to be duplicatable, you guys, is figure out how are you enrolling customers? How are you enrolling distributors? What do you do to do those two things? Write down a 10-step process, literally like to the T. What am I doing to enroll customers and what am I doing to enroll distributors? Okay. And it might branch out. Well, okay. So for getting customers and getting distributors, I have to post. How are you posting? Right? Like write that down. How are you organizing yourself? Write that down. 10 steps for each one of these things. And then you want to convert 10 steps to 5. So trim the fat, convert it to 5 steps. And now you have a 5-step system of how to teach your team how to get customers, how to teach your team how to post, how to teach your team how you organize yourself. Then duplication starts to come. Your confidence starts to change. Your demeanor on social media starts to change because how you show up just in general in your stories, it's like a shift of your confidence and a shift of like your vibe. You're going to start attracting different people into your business because you're not coming from a place of like, this is so easy. Please just join me because I'm desperate. And like, I just need people. I just need them to like, no, this is like legit. And I know how to teach you. And it's like work, but like good work because I know how to teach you. You know what I mean? It just changes your whole demeanor. Now, if you're not enrolling customers and you're not enrolling distributors, then you need to launch yourself. And I'm not judging because there's a lot of people that are like that. You're like, I'm not enrolling anybody. Then you need to relaunch yourself. You need to go through Limitless Lindsay. Like most of you guys aren't using that. Jackie, if you're under Jackie has the exact same thing. We built this together because I've got ideas and then she actually does them. She actually executes. I don't, because the whole time I was like, oh God, I don't know if this is gonna work. And she's like, no, dude, I'll hire a guy right now. I'm like, literally 5 minutes later, here's Hamza. She's got a guy. And I'm writing the thing. And like, for goodness sakes, I was so scared the whole time. Pre-Manifestation Babe Academy, I was scared. Post Manifestation Babe Academy, I'm like, I'm ready to make $200,000 a month. Like, let's go. Okay. But I want to tell every single one of you guys, and I'm going over a lot of things today, but that's just because I want to pack a lot in and it'll just kind of set the tone. You guys, you need to use it. There's someone that's on my team that was enrolling like 50 distributors every single month. And I can see my e-suite. And I was like, dude, you need to use Lindsay. Like you need to use the bot. And she said, no, I'm good. You know what? Most of the people that she enrolled, she couldn't train. The bot, you guys, literally you message it and it messages you back and forth as if it's you, like you don't have to do it. And if you trust it and you buy into what it's teaching, it will work. So what's in the bot is literally what is in my new distributor training, which is literally what I did when I enrolled Kimberly and I sat down and I started doing one-on-ones with her pre-Disney. And I was like, okay, we're going to do giveaway host to post, and I'm going to teach you how to post, and we're going to grow your friends list. And then let's see where you are next week. And she grew by hundreds of friends in days and was posting really well. Not great, but like well. And then week 2, okay, we're going to continue growing your friends list, and we're going to tweak your posts a little bit. And then by the net, like growing leaps and bounds in just weeks. It was insane from it. So if you guys are relaunching, or maybe you feel like you kind of need to, you yourself need to buy into yourself. Like you need to buy into your own capabilities. And a lot of this will come with the confidence from the courses. That's why I told you to do that, because you'll start to feel better about what you're doing. And you also need to buy into a getting your distributor started process. That's what you need to do. And my goal is to get every single freaking person who's in here to enroll 15 distributors at least every single month. And out of 15, have 10 of them do well. That is my goal. Okay. That is my goal. And you're going to need the bot to do that. If you also want to live your life by design, meaning go to bed by 10 and like be with your kids or work out, or, you know what I mean? Like you're going to need things to like support that, and that supports it, and it works. The bot freaking works. I promise you. The training that's in there, a lot of it's like what Amy Spence had taught me, and it's simple. Okay. Yes. Courtney Forever Boar says, let's do it. Okay. Does that all make sense? Okay. Do you guys have any questions about the trainings, about like any of the courses? If you can't do it, I challenge you to just go sell 3 sample packs of coffee. And we're going to talk about sample packs in just a second too. I'm splattering a bunch of ideas with you. So just try to keep up. I've had 2 things of coffee today. Go sell sample packs. There's someone on here who is like, literally my checks right now are not what I need them to be. And I'm going to do this, and this to pay my bills. And I said, okay, so do that to pay your bills and go sell 3 sample packs to be able to do the courses. And she sold the sample packs. Actually, she sold way more than what she needed, because like everybody else that's on here, all of you guys are doers. You kill it. That's why I don't want you guys to be burnt out with your killing it though. You're going to be more likely to continue working super crazy hard when your team's duplicating, which is why we're talking about duplication. That's literally the secret to all of this. But then she took her money and she invested it into the course, and she freaking did it. And I'm really, really proud of you, and you know who you are. So if you guys can't afford it, we have a compensation plan that allows us to be able to make money. It's the freaking coolest thing ever. Okay. So I mean, really, I think both of them, it's there. You have like a monthly, there's like a monthly, subscription, and it's like 40, both of them are around $40. Yeah. Okay. So really quick, and I do want to say this too. This is super, super important. And we'll talk more about this as time goes on. You're going to see me talking a lot about like sample cash and stuff like that. That is not your business plan. Okay. You're doing it. You do it because if you do it, your team will do it. Right. You do it because, I mean, making cash is fun, but show your team that you're making cash. But making sample cash should be inserted into your day. It should not be what you message for, and it should really not be your main post. What you focus on is what you're going to get. Okay. And if you guys pull out an old chart that has way more distributors than what you used to need, that chart needs DTs. You guys your goal is to enroll 15 distributors every single month, and you're not going to do it with sample cash. So then how does the sample cash fall in? Okay. Murphy's face is just right in front of me. So imagine here's Murphy, right? And let's say she's a double diamond and she's maintaining emerald or something like that. Let's just say that's her situation. Okay. Because I know that there's a lot of you guys that might be in a situation like that. What you've been doing thus far is just constantly trying to fill potholes in your team. And you're like, why am I not growing? And I'm like, because you're just filling potholes constantly. And there's just new ones bubbling up because that's life. Okay. So that's why we're throwing away old chart or new charts and we're using old because it's a completely different situation. Okay. That's number one. Okay. The next thing is that now Murphy's business plan is to be very consistent with her posting, and Murphy's main goal is to get distributors. Her main focus, what you focus on is going to be what you get. Her main focus is to get distributors. Okay. And Murphy's a freaking go-getter, just like every single one of you guys. So Murphy is posting business, her freaking story. Murphy's going live at least 3 times a week. If you guys go into the team page, there's this thingy too, where you can literally plan out what you can't see it, plan out like what your lives are going to be. You can literally plan out your day. Again, use it, because if you use it, then your team's going to use it. If you do it, it's easy to duplicate it to your team. You can't teach them what you're not doing. So if you're enrolling people and you're not really working or consistent and you're wondering why they're not, it's because you can't teach them anything, right? You can't support them or develop them into something more than what they are because you're not really ahead of them. You don't need to be 10 years ahead of people. You just need to be like 2 steps. That's it. You don't need to be any further than anybody else, but like 2 days. Okay. So Murphy is going live. She's talking life-changing goals, business, what she's doing. And then 3 days a week, Murphy's going live in the morning or at night, and she's packing sample packs. She's just live like, oh my God, Brittany from San Diego, thank you so much for buying this. Oh my gosh, she got these things, and this is wonderful. I'm packing these. Awesome, great. Okay, here's Susie from Michigan. She's got all these sample packs and all these things, and look at, this is great. And right, and like you start this whole like thing, you kind of start this avalanche and people just have FOMO. And I'm telling you guys this because how many of you guys know that like it doesn't take you very long to get results? If I tell you guys go sell samples, you're like, I sold 2 in like 3 minutes. Like you're that kind of person, right? So it doesn't take very long for you to like do something and get results back. For most people, it will not be like that. Understand that there's a reason why you're a leader because most people will not get the results that you get. I go on TikTok, I don't know, not even trying, and I get just dumb amounts of followers and stuff. And it like trips my mind because I don't get it, but it's just because that's who I am. Not everybody's going to be like that. Hence why that's not a business plan. Personality is not a business plan. Physical activity, business plan. Okay. So Murphy's going live 3 days a week. She's packing samples. And she's in her stories being like, look, I just made $65 today. Look at me on Wednesday. I went live. I made $114. And you're just sharing it. You're going live. You're interacting with your audience. You're talking about the products. You're packing crap. You know what happens? The people that Murphy enrolls as they watch her, because they sit and watch. People are nosy as hell. They sit and watch, and they have an expectation of when they enroll with Murphy, they want to do the same damn thing. So now Murphy enrolls 15 DTs, 10 of them are working, 5 of them also want to sell sample cash, 5 of them order $400 or $500 just in products. So that way they can make cash and they're excited. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That is $2,500 just in their own personal orders, not including any of the customer stuff that they're going to do at all. Because Murphy's setting the example and she's being duplicatable. She's just going live for 30 minutes, packing sample packs and making extra cash. And all of a sudden she's got people who are more likely to work. So she's got 5 people in August who are going live doing the exact same thing. Most of you guys would be like, well, shit, what about the 10 people aren't doing it, but 5 are. Stop paying attention to who's not and pay attention to who is. 80% of your paycheck, 80% of your volume is going to be made up from 20% of people. I do not give 2 shits about who does not work. I care about who does. I do not care who does not show up. I care about who does, right? That's why 15 is a real comfy number. Okay. So now we're in September. Murphy's business, life, goals. I'm making cash. I'm doing the things. Look at my girls. These girls are going boss. Look at these girls are going MVP. We got people getting this. We got people getting that. She's got stuff to shout out. And now she enrolls another 15 distributors. 10 of them are working. Another 5 are selling $500 in sample cash, because maybe even more, maybe 7. So now we've got another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, another 3,500, not even from distributor. Do you see how this like, and it's power for the course. It's power for, it's volume, you guys. We get paid on volume. And you're not tricking anybody, because it's allowing people who are hard workers. This is what I was saying. Every single one of you guys are go-getters. Those of you, you're not afraid to work hard. Every single one of you. You guys can easily make a few $1,000s in cash, and but you will do it wrong, and you will waste your time if that's all you're focusing on, because you need freaking distributors to promote. So I know that some of you, I saw it in the chat, and I've seen it in other chats. And what's crazy, it's already happening. It's already trickling down to people who are not even in the mastermind chat. They're like, shit, I just sold $20 in samples. I'm like, you're not even in the chat. Like they're already, it's already spreading. It's a wildfire, a good one, a good wildfire. That's like a touchy subject right now, obviously. So like, so sorry. Okay. So just you setting the example, people can see me go live and just do what I do. There's no trick to it. You don't have to message for it, right? So when you were just saying, is there any prompts for selling? Go live and pack them. Go live and talk about them. Do not have people messaging, like spending their like mechanical time doing that, because what you focus on is what you're going to get. And then you're going to have people saying, well, like, this is crazy. Like, yeah, I'm making however much money in samples, but I'm not getting any because we want people to promote, you guys. We want them to promote. And with the new things that are coming in, we want to teach people how to get like 4 customers and a distributor. There's going to be kind of a system wrapped around that. And what's really cool is don't quote me on that, because who knows, like things could always change last minute. But what's really cool is that the steps to success that I made, there's 5 distributors, and technically for every distributor, there's like 4 customer boxes in like the 2000 BD thing. Does that make sense? It's kind of cool, right? Really, really cool. So, but you should still be trying to get DTs. Okay. Does that make sense thus far that I've just talked about? That's the whole situation with the sample cash. It should be something you do consistently, effortlessly. Go live and pack fake sample packs. We will share, if one of the girls from like our main like group chat, if any of you guys want to share the poly mailers that we have that are like super cute, that say like, I've been what you've been waiting for or whatever, super cute, share that. And anything else, what products should you just do? Coffee. Don't make this complicated. Just coffee. I'm not even buying cold brew because I have so much damn skinny brew. I'm not buying any of it till it's gone. Okay. But it should just be something that you do also. I see girls who are making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in cash and all from samples, and also enrolling 10 DTs every single month. It's just because they go live a couple times a week and people just expect it. Literally, like it should just be effortless, not your focus. Your main focus is distributors. Okay. So with that being said, and this stuff that I'm teaching you is the same stuff that I taught Courtney. And what did you do? Enroll 72 DTs the one year, and then the next year was like 220. And that's when she went top 100. So what I'm telling you works. Please, I know it's going to be like a mind mess, because some of you guys, you're just focused on just trying to check boxes. You're like, I'm doing the right things. I want to mass enroll customers, and I want to mass enroll distributors, and I want to mass get samples and whatever, but you're not going to get anywhere. It's like trying to paddle north, south, east, and west all at the same time. Where are you going to go? Nowhere. Where have you been going? Nowhere. Okay. So stop doing that. How this is going to work. Every single one of you guys needs to go print out the old charts and be realistic. Just have a moment, cry, like print it out and cry at the exact same time. Wipe your tears with the new charts, with the 3-legged charts. Wipe your tears with those ones and put out the old charts, put it on your desk or your table or your kitchen table, whatever. Okay. And I want you to have an honest conversation with yourself and say, who on my team is like at least trying, like who's posting. Okay. And then go through and number what you need in each leg for where you want to go. Okay. Over the next like 4 months. Cause you're going to do like like a not advertised 90-day push, basically. Like this is just going to become how you're going to work. Okay. So how many distributors do I need? Your goal is to fill the damn distributors. That is your focus, is to do that. You should always be trying to get distributors. That should be your main focus. All of us know how to teach people how to get customers. So does Limitless Lindsay, the bot. The month you go to promote, then focus on volume, then focus on customers. Okay. If you want to know why your checks are low, it's because you're spending all of your 24 hours of your whole day, of your 60 hours a week, trying to get customers that you make 15% on, which is cool, but we're in network marketing. We're not in direct sales. So your highest rate of return is going to be teaching duplication to other people. And you're going to be, when changes happen, you're going to be, we're already rewarded for it. You get $150 for every single distributor that you help. Stop fast starting your DTs and start developing people. Okay. So this is how it's going to go. You guys have to, if you don't shift to focusing on distributors, you just hop off, because none of this is even like, and nothing that I tell you is going to work. But if you are willing to learn this, it's going to be a weird shift and it's going to feel very slow. So this is what to expect when you're just focusing on DTs. You're shifting your awareness and you're shifting your focus. And so it just takes a little bit of time to get like set in sight to where you start to get results. So starting now is going to help you out so much, but next month you might have a situation where you're like, I'm enrolling less customers and I'm like not enrolling as many distributors still. You have to just keep up with it. Yeah. You have to give it time to pivot. You have to give it time to warm up because of the shift and because of how quickly you guys work. The results that you get then come October, it will like double. Like it's like starting a snowball. It starts real small and it takes a little time for it to gain momentum until it gains circumference and starts to be like big. Do you know what I'm saying? So just expect that. All right. Cool. You've got cash and stuff to make in the meantime, but you're never going to move forward trying to just swim where you're at. Like we're not trying to just not drown. We're trying to like freaking swim to shore. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you can have fast results. It's just what you focus on. And you want to, I mean, you guys, you have to know this or else you're not gonna be able to teach your team this. Okay. That's why you're not growing, because you don't know how to, a lot of people don't know how to duplicate distributor like enrollments and distributor growth. Your potentials, your Facebook friends, they are whatever it is that you focus on. They will be potential customers if you need customers. The same person is a potential distributor if you need distributors. You message them about being a distributor. They're potential sample people if you need sample people. So focus on the distributors, especially as a leader. That's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to become duplicatable. Let's see. Sorry, hold on. My mother and father-in-law's realtors messaging me. Okay. Jackie, they can't, I just saw your message. That's good. They can be on. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, you've been backwards. Most people are backwards. I know it sounds bad because like, I think that we have this thing in our brain that we're like afraid to be in network marketing, right? Because they're like, oh, you're just tricking a bunch of people to get started and whatever. No, dude, because I get squat for you enrolling. I don't get anything. And that's why we have to stop enrolling for sport. If you can enroll 80 DTs and successfully train like 80% of them to kill it, go enroll 80 DTs. I will never tell you to not go crazy, but you've got to be able to have a super simple, like duplicatable system that you can teach them and develop them. I don't care. I will never tell you that. I will never tell you that. Use this site to get the cheapest label and use a food scale. Oh yeah, I'm going to copy that because that's what I was trying to figure out. I think that's what Sarah was talking about. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, and I want you to do this exact same thing. Now here, listen, I know that a lot of people, so for those of you guys who are saying that you need to shift, I know you get a high off of enrollments, start getting a high off of people being able to buy food. You know what I mean? Start getting high off of that. I don't know. Maybe you haven't had that in a long time, but it's because of what you're focusing on. Start getting really freaking jazzed about helping a mom buy like school clothes. That's a high. You're just getting high off the sport. You can get high, go run or something, or go knit, go have a hobby. This is not a hobby. So growing a team, that's business. Get really focused and excited about teaching another person how to earn their own bonus. I'm talking not even fast starting your people. As you start to enroll more people, so kind of like I was saying, I'll enroll 15 and like 10 to 12 will work. By the end of the cycle of the 30 days, you'll always have people to fast start. So I know that question's going to come, like, what do I do with the customers that I enroll? Hell yeah, man, you're going to enroll anyways. I always enroll customers anyways, because it's a part of my Infinity follow-up to message the people that I'm talking to about being a potential distributor. I'm following up with them about random products, and I will always have people who will buy products still. It's not like you're not going to enroll customers. You're just going to enroll less customers and more distributors than you ever have. So the customers you do enroll, you will be fast starting last month's distributors who aren't working. And it should be, Are you warm? Do you feel sick?
Well, look at my tower.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Watching.
Okay, take this. I'm almost done, okay? Can you not go? You're naked. Go that way.
Mommy, wanted to sit down.
Okay. All right. Does that make sense? So that's what you'll do with your DTs. So like this time next month.
Why did your pillow smell like cat pee?
This pillow does not smell like cat pee. I just washed it. No, it's just wet from washing it.
Ew.
It didn't dry all the way.
I don't want it.
Well, then get out of here.
No,
It's drying. She don't care. Does that make sense? That's what you're going to do with your people. Okay. So when you're trying to promote, don't stop thinking about getting my rank back. Stop. Don't use that verbiage, because that just sucks. And then it's just like, oh, remember that one time you were behind? You're like constantly reminding yourself of that. Just like rebirth. Pretend you enrolled into your business and you get like the, get out of jail free card or whatever. And you just get to hop right to whatever rank and income that you're making right now. What do you need? Huh? Okay. That's what I would do. I would be like, damn, I get to rebirth my business and be an ambassador. How freaking cool. How cool, right? Or cool. I'm a diamond, like hell yes. And now I'm rebirthing and restructuring and getting stronger and all of that. Does that make sense? That's what I would focus on. Okay. So what I was telling you guys, we're going to have a challenge this week because we need to teach people how to enroll distributors and how to train them, right? Yeah, that's our goal. That's going to be, we are going to be successful mass recruiters and successful trainers of distributors. My goal is to make you guys so freaking duplicatable and like literally the best enroller and trainer of distributors that Mark puts you on stage because he's like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. Okay. It's going to take time and it's going to take trust. You got to just like, you're just going to trust me. You have to trust me, but I wouldn't be where I am at if I didn't know how to do this. Okay. Okay. So right now, what we're going to do is we have the VIP lounge. Okay. And I want all of you guys to be in there. Now, listen, I don't need the VIP lounge. This is another like example of like what I need versus what my team needs. Okay. I don't need to add anybody to the VIP lounge really to like enroll people. I don't have to. They don't need to go watch my video like myself, but I can still do it. It doesn't hurt. And now I have something that's duplicatable that's going to work massively for other people. Okay. So I just put up a challenge in the Limitless tribe. And Jackie, I can send you the wording too if you want to be able to throw up the same kind of thing. It's called the VIP Lounge 100 Run Challenge. Okay. And so you guys you need to do this. All right. And I'll give you guys some wording and stuff like that too. And I'm going to go live after we're done here and I'll kind of tell everybody what to do and like how to do this and how to get the best results. So it's going to be from today until Friday. I added a file. It's like a tracker, and there's 2 different pages. They can pick what they want. There's one that's 3 columns, I think, just to track their people. And then there's one that's 2 columns, just like whatever fits their fancy. So their goal is to get 100 people this week in the VIP lounge. Okay. So that's just 20 people today, tomorrow. That's not that much. It's not that much. Like when you break it down like that, or however much they want to do it. Anybody who hits 100 entries is going to be entered to win a Boss Babe digital package by like the Boss Babe company. So they'll get Lightroom presets and the Boss Babe digital planner, and then a 3-question one-on-one coaching message with a top person, probably me. So they send me 3 questions that they want to know, and I go through and I just voice message back and forth, because that I can give them way more through voice message than I can give them being on like a quick Zoom, So that's what's there. Okay. And so this is going to be all this week, and you guys want to be the example. You guys want to post, if you got 15 people in the VIP lounge today, you want to share a picture of it. Okay. Like again, like this is buying into the thing, buy into the thing. So that way you can give it time to see how it gets results. So what's going to happen from this is, like, I have a message that I send to people who, I'm just like friends with, and it just is like, hey, I don't even remember what the wording is. Like, hey, I know you've been following me for a little while. I have a free group, a free VIP group that has more information about what I do and how I make money from my phone. I just wanted to ask, like, would you want me to add you to it? Literally, it's like the most simple like thing. And I just freaking slay it out to everybody, and everybody's like, sure. Like whatever, right? So now what's happening? As you guys go through the Network Marketing Pro Academy, he actually ends up talking about this. He talks about exposures. Enrolling people, recruiting is all about exposures. So an exposure is your stories for today. An exposure is a live they see. An exposure is a post that they see. An exposure is being in the VIP lounge. It's seeing the videos in there. It's a follow-up. It's an opportunity call. It's, Courtney sharing her story on Thursdays. Every single Thursday in the VIP lounge, we're going to be having people going live for like 15 minutes and sharing their story. Bam, another exposure. And so I've always said it takes the average person 7 to 21 times of being followed up with, AKA having an exposure to enroll. Okay. So now you've got Allie. Let's say she's been a distributor for 2 months and she hasn't done squat, but she's super freaking excited about getting some Lightroom presets and just doing what everybody else does, because she sees, her leader Maggie doing the exact same thing. So now Allie's getting 100 people in the VIP lounge that she's never gotten, right? And she now has 100 people next week, Friday, to follow up with. So now she's got 100 new people that she's never had, having all these exposures. And now next week we get to teach her how to follow up with these people. So now what happens? If Allie does this every single week, she's going to have 400 potentials just this week. Is Allie going to probably enroll at some point if she follows up with people? I mean, probably. Hell yeah. 400 potentials in 1 month. Are you effing kidding? Yes, she's going to enroll. Yeah. Oh yeah. And so what happens? She's like, what did I do? I made some posts. I posted, I messaged, I added them to the VIP lounge. I just tracked my numbers and I followed up. Well, if that's not some duplicatable shit, I don't know what is. Can Allie teach that to her new distributor? Hannah that she just enrolled? Hell yeah, man. Hannah's going to say, I want to go diamond. Allie's like, bet your butt you're going to go diamond. I'm going to teach you how to enroll a lot of DTs. Hannah's like, how am I going to do that? She's like, you're going to post, you're going to message, you're going to add them to the VIP lounge. We want to try to get 100 a week. This is how I do it. And now all of a sudden, duplication happens. And then what happens? Hannah just enrolled and bought a whole bunch of products because Allie goes live 3 times a week packing samples. And now there's like crap tons more volume coming into her page, right? Do you see this? Like, do you see the vision? And so this time of year you're going to have to put more oomph into it. You might be feeling like you're doing more and getting less. Get that out of your head, because everything that you do, if you're doing what you need to do, everything that you do is watering the seed. It's doing something to the harvest. Okay. Like you're planting, you're watering, like you're doing something. If you're doing the right things, it's always something to the harvest that's to come. this season some people like call it like quiet but deadly. You know, it can feel like you're doing a lot, but so this is what happened to me. Okay. This is what happens every year, every single year for 8 years. It's wild. It's proof now. It's total proof. So I enrolled at the end of August. So August, September, October, and November, I enrolled 2 to 4 DTs. That's it. And I was working 18 hours a day. I mean, I was doing nothing but adding and messaging people. That is all I did. I posted hourly, I added people, and I messaged them. And in my head, I was like, I don't give 2 craps if you enroll with me right now. I want to message you one time so I can follow up with you forever. I will be in your back pocket and you will be interested in what I do because I'm sharing myself and I'm real AF and you will just be interested. That is my belief. So take on that belief. Take on the belief in yourself. Take on the belief in your story. Take on the belief in your vision. You know what I mean? Like the skills will just come over time. So from all the people that I was adding and messaging and following up with for 4 or 5 months, it was January on forever, this momentum. And I repeated it, right? Like it wasn't just 5 months of people I enrolled. I've enrolled over 2,000 distributors since I've started my business. Over 2,000. That's a lot. There's people that go on Eric Worre's stage that in 10 years have only enrolled 1,000. So, okay. It creates a momentum. So now you will constantly have people from like 3 to 6 months ago who will enroll today. There will always be a 3 to 6 months ago today. Like that will always happen. So now this is how all of a sudden you start to get your average. For some of you guys, if you do that, you'll at least hit 10, 15. That should be the least. Some of you guys will do more and you'll do more. So those of you guys that mass recruit customers, if you switch, you'll probably be averaging 20 to 30 DTs. Like it'll, you know what I mean? Like it won't be 60 customers, but it'll be, that's a 2 diamonds a month. And now you know how to successfully get them started because you're using a bot, you're using a super duplicatable system. Do you see what I'm saying? It just changes everything. But the thing is, you guys, is that you have to trust. Fear will always come into play. You will always doubt yourself. And once a week, you will cry. Expect it. There's the landmines. Now, when it happens, you're not going to feel sorry for yourself. Next week, Monday, half of you at least are going to tell me that you cried 2 times this week and you doubted yourself and you thought that you were an idiot and it didn't look like any of this was going to work and you had no idea how you were going to crawl out of the hole that you're in and all this garbage and stuff like that. And then I'll be like, but how many people did you get in the VIP lounge? You're like, 125. And I'm like, well, stop crying. You just killed it, right? Like, have fun with it. Okay. So this challenge is up. My goal is to, I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out. My goal is to continue people's focus. What you focus on is what you're going to get. I don't want you guys just being the only enrollers. I want your team being in the enrollers. Simple and duplicatable. Okay. So, from today until next week, I want you guys to do as follows. I want you guys to get the old charts out because it's almost the end of the month anyways. It's almost my birthday. So it's almost the end of the month anyways. So it's just time to do it. Okay. Get the chart out, fill it out a little bit. I don't do multi-charts on one page. I tape them together. So like if you came to my house and I charted you, you would have like, you know, like you're traveling the US with your parents circa 1997. You would unfold it 48 times and it would be like that. That's how I chart. So I do an emerald chart and a diamond chart taped together. There's my double. And then a diamond chart taped to it and a diamond chart taped to it. And then that's a triple diamond chart. That's how I do it. And then it's just, you know, a random 2 extra legs that I just draw on top for 400 boxes. Do not sway from more charts. I want to just give you guys some enlightenment. Monate, let's just say, for instance, to get to their top leg of their company, their rank, they have 8 legs. There is no one and they have like higher of a top, by the way. But their top people, there's no one making less than like $23,000 a month. And someone who's making 3.5 million, which we've had people here do that too, obviously. but there's more, and we can talk compensation plan as time goes on, so that way you guys can understand it more and understand why having more legs is going to just help you overall with everything, with money, balance, income, confidence, all that kind of stuff, right? So have the 5 legs and do not sway from it. The other quick question that I've been getting asked is like, so do I go build all those top 5 legs now? I don't know. The way that I did it, this is how it worked for me. When I was a diamond, I had 3 legs. So when I was a diamond, I had another ruby leg. So I had an emerald, a ruby, and a ruby. When I went double diamond, I had a diamond, 2 emerald legs, and a ruby leg. So I started my 4th leg when I was a double, and then by the time I was triple, I had a 5th leg. So think of it that way, you know, like on your way to going diamond, once you kind of like have your chart full. And again, we'll talk more, like we have time to get into this, to talking about the charting and the logistics of it. But as you're around that place, you're going to want to, like, that's how it worked for me. Cause trying to do 5 legs is like all at one time. It's a lot. That's like a lot. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about anything that we went over? Are you excited? Do you already feel better? Yeah. High and tight, pumped, excited. All this is going to change your mindset. I also want to tell you, like, this is, again, the landmines. So expect crying. There's going to be people who you talk to. You're going to be in group pages, especially if you guys are triple diamonds and above. You're going to be in group pages where people say that they do all sorts of stuff. I'm not interested in what anybody else does. I do not care. Like, don't care. Do not care. Let them do them. You're doing you. You're here for a reason. You're doing like your thing. Don't care. I have no interest in what anybody else is doing, but trusting my own intuition. I was in a rut. You guys, if you're in a rut and you don't feel good, I want you to like go take a bubble bath and just love yourself. Let's say like you were a little kid, like how would you want your mom to love you, right? Or something, like how would you want someone else to love on you? Go take a bath for a minute and just love yourself and like cry, maybe watch something that you know makes you cry and just have a really, really good cry. And then just like get your clothes on and get it together and go print out your charts and go print out all your plans and go. And the moment that you feel like you want to cry, really ask yourself, am I being a baby or do I need to go have a bubble bath and cry again? Because just saying like F it and watching Netflix instead, that's not the same as what I'm talking about. There are moments where we need to cry. Like you have to cry. It's an emotion. It is such a good emotion. It's so cleansing. It's healing. A lot of you guys feel like shit, and it's because you won't let yourself cry. You won't let yourself be sad. So instead you just get mad at yourself and you punish yourself, and now you're just pissed off and stressed out all the time. So just cry. It's the best thing that you could possibly do. So do that and then get back to work. Cry, allow yourself to get back. The more that you try to resist it, the more that you're going to hate all of this and none of it's going to work. And that's not the point of what we're doing. Okay. Pumped, excited. Yeah. Lindsay, that's the message. So do some sort of variation like this. So go get with your team and send them a variation, change a little bit if you can. Give them the variation and say like, did you guys see the challenge right now? Let's go do this. Make sure they're in it. Make sure you're in it and just be the example. Okay. Does that sound good? Is everybody so excited? Caitlin Hunter looks nervous, but she's ready. She's like, I might cry, but I'm going to cry and go. It's fine. So much cat hair. Oh my God. Okay. Lily, you good? Caitlin's, yeah, we have like twin cats. I just had the same cat tail in my face. That's creepy. So Ray's excited. Krista's pumped. Courtney already knows. She's already been here for long enough, so she knows. Carolyn's pumped. Maggie's pumped. Courtney Boer's like, Courtney Boer forever. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, guys. All right. So let's do the VIP lounge challenge. And then Friday we'll go mad style crazy teaching people how to like follow up with like scripts and stuff. So we're going to like hardcore teach like infinity follow up, the simplicity of it. Oh, and if you guys don't have the Penny app, again, I'm telling, there's things that I'm telling you to buy, but like do it. I wouldn't tell you to do it if I wouldn't. It's like $6 a month and it's kind of like Connect. It's like if Connect was AI technology, it's what Connect wishes they could be. I would get it. I don't remember. Just look for just Google Penny app, or in like your app store. And yeah. Hold on. I'll, here, I'm going to pin Jackie. She's going to show it really quick. Oh, I guess I could have showed mine too. Where is it?
Right there.
Yeah. So you open it up, you guys. And if you go on their website, you can log into your Facebook and log into your Instagram, and it will, it'll merge your Facebook and Instagram and your phone contacts. Okay. So if I have Jackie on Instagram and I have her on Facebook, the AI technology is like, hey, Jackie's on all these things. Is it the same person? Do you want me to merge this contact? Okay, great. When do you want to follow up with Jackie? What is she? Potential customer, kind of interested, not really sure. And oh, by the way, here's 25 people that are on your friends list or following you that you've never reached out to, reach out to them. That's what it does. It's literally made for network marketers. Yes. Penny direct sales. Yes. The company actually reached out to me to like do training videos or something for them. I don't know. We're still emailing back and forth. I'm trying to figure that out. But anyways, it's damn good. Damn good. So you'll basically wake up in a month from now, you'll just wake up on a day and it'll be like, hey, here's, however many suggested people that you've never reached out to that you've grown your friends list with. Here's all the people that you need to follow up with today. Here's all the customers that ordered 2 weeks ago that you might want to check in with. Here's some new distributors that you enrolled. Like maybe you should follow up with them. And then here's people that you need to reach back out to. Like there's all these different categories and it's really, really good. Yeah. Transferring everyone from Connect to Penny. I mean, literally just like upload your list. Like just upload your friends list. It's the person who made it. It was fun. It's like a funny joke. Tell your husband, be like, oh, this woman's a top earner in whatever company and her husband made her an app. It's badass. Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you next week, Monday on Zoom. Make sure that you guys are doing the VIP Lounge Challenge. Okay. You pooped. Oh, good. Okay. Duty calls. Bye. Love you guys.